Hello, beloved. I'm going to speak to you today about truth. It's very important that we consider things. We don't often look behind things. We're just in too big a hurry and there's too much bombarding us all the time, and so we just grab it and go. There's a lot of stuff going on in critical race theory and various social and psychological theories. And there's a lot about cultural appropriation. And I'm just going to tell you something. Cultural appropriation is a lie. I don't care if you have a penis or a vagina. You can't culturally appropriate having short curly hairs down there. You can't appropriate gacking up stuff when you got pneumonia. You can't appropriate anything. If you ever ate a taco and your culture did not shit tacos into the universe, you're a lie. You're a liar. Don't let people make you so needy that you don't love who you are and you take on a faux victimhood, because you ain't no victim. If you're alive and you're hearing me, if you're breathing, you're only a victim if you choose to be a victim. I don't think you're a victim. There's always that picture of that guy standing up when who was it? Himmler's going by the concentration camp, and that one guy just stands there and he doesn't sit down. There's that other picture where all the Nazis are saluting and that one guy don't salute. You're who I'm talking to. I don't give a shit about everybody who salutes. We all give up and salute at some time. We all brown nose. We all have whored ourselves in some way or another. You want to go see your kids, you got to go take a vaccine to go see your kids at school, or pull them out and homeschool them, or do something else. People, you can't fault them. They go along to get along. But at the same time, that's how they ended up at Nuremberg, with a bunch of black helmets on. And P.S., I'm going to say something. All this shit about the Nazis, it was terrible, it was horrible. Stalin's just as bad. He killed like 60 million Russians. Should look at what Lenin did. Look at the rape of Nanking, and nobody has ever done anything about this stuff. You cannot believe who they tell you to hate is who you're supposed to hate, because they can't make a decision. They don't do it evenly. They always err on whatever works for them, okay? We all do to a certain extent. But if you ever ate a taco, and all this stuff, you braid your hair this way, shit, there's nothing new under the sun. You ain't invented shit. Your people ain't invented shit. People long ago invented it, okay? All right? It's like somebody wants to grab something that belongs to the whole planet. All this shit is yours. Oh, I invented feeding seagulls. I invented having a cat or a dog. It's all bullshit. They're jacking off. It's a fucking fantasy. They want to get in your head. If you let them in your head, it'll change your reality. It'll go in your heart and you'll speak it. That's why these people go and they say these little talking points. That's all that's in their head. We're constantly being pounded. That's one of the names of Satan, is the pugilist. He's always pounding you. But they're always pushing on us to get us to do something. It's like a puppy or baby squeezing on a teat. They're just pushing us. Get what you want out of them. Get what you want out of them. Get them to buy stuff, whatever. You can choose not to let them squeeze you. You can choose not to let them feed off of you in whatever way you need to for your life. And I'm not saying go be mean to people. We're not allowed that. But you can choose this day who you will serve. Don't serve a lie. Jesus said a little leaven leavens the whole lump, and yeast is leaven. And if a woman or somebody needs it, a baker needs the dough and gets the yeast in there, they put it back, put a towel over it, and the yeast goes throughout the whole ball of dough. A little leaven leavens the whole lump. A little bit goes through all of it. A little lie goes through the whole thing. You don't have to find all the truth. In fact, sometimes it's very wise almost not to read their shit, because things are written demonically to hook you, and if you don't have the tools, you can be made to believe things that are not true. That's what's going on. If I change your reality, I own you. I'm gonna tell you something. A little bit of lies 2 generations from now, I can have your grandkids eating their own feces and thinking they're doing it for God, and so they get a big dick or whatever. Humans all do that shit, like that phone call where you tell somebody something and they another, and pretty soon it comes back around, it's not even there. It's like you get something started like a Mother Teresa sort of thing, and you're really helping these people who are hurting, and somehow over a few generations some horrors get in, and pretty soon you're actually finding you're hurting the people, not helping the people. You know, that stuff like pozole, that soup from Mexico. They used to make it by cutting out the hearts of the warriors, and then they'd give the heart to somebody, and they'd go home, chop it up, and make soup. Okay, well now they do it with pork. It's one of my favorite soups. Okay, I don't eat the heart, just the pork. Okay, but that all started probably with some ideas about respect of the human body. We need to honor all the gifts that God's given us or something. And then after a few generations, everybody shit in it. Now it's tradition. It's just stupid. So much humans do is just stupid and fake. It's like you can't look at your nose. We can't see our nose. Okay, so we all wear little things to cover our nose. And then the little kids go in the back of the cloak room at school when they're hanging up their cloaks. They're putting their books away, and they're showing each other their noses. We make things perverse, and then we abuse ourselves because we made something that God said is good. We made it perverse. That doesn't mean that, we shouldn't honor and respect propriety and keeping certain things to ourselves. Certain body parts, you don't have to flash that everywhere. But are we making something dirty? You have to watch. The mind is a playground. And if I can put something in there, then every time you think of that, you're going to go through that track. It's the same thing. Pedophiles, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you're a boob guy or a butt guy or whatever. Whatever it is turns you on. Whatever that thing is in your head. And it could be not about sex. It could be about sports. It could be about your favorite color. It could be about anything. It could be the type of music you listen to. When you come around on that track, you're going to hit that memory. When that comes around, when you think about that, and you're going to think about that emotion and that moment and that time and that period, you're programmable. You ain't nothing but a mobile living recording device. Whatever they shit in you, that's what's there. The good, the bad, all of it. The job is to discern, decide. I went through a phase a few years back, or a year or two back, where I just got stupid and I just ate a bunch of sugar shit. For years, I stopped drinking soda pop when I was in my 20s. I got way overweight. I went to see my doctor. I had a friend. What happened is I had a friend, and we're in Texas, and it's hot as hell in the middle of summer, and we've had huge iced teas, and he's drinking these diet drinks, and so he's like 44-ounce diet, whatever. He has 2 or 3 of those in a day, some soda pop, and his kidneys shut down, and he thought he was going to have to be on dialysis the rest of his life, and that kind of freaked me out. I just stopped drinking soda pop. I went to sweet and low and tea, and then weeded out for sweet and low and shit. Didn't do it for years. I got lazy. I didn't think. I started just drinking all kinds of sweet juices and shit kids who drink. My sugar goes crazy, and suddenly I have medical problems because of it. We can know something and not do it. I just get tired. My dad was uber healthy all his life. He would not eat shit food. He would not eat garbage food. During World War II, when he was a kid, his dad couldn't get meat, so he brought home organ meat. Because organ meat has everything you need. Like, if you want a good brain, eat brains, because brains have the stuff in it. That's probably where the ideas about cutting out the warrior's heart and all that came from, is these natural ideas that we really know that, if you want a strong brain, you need meat, you need protein and things like this to grow it, okay? So he never ate garbage food, but he got tired and he got old by himself. He started eating all that stuff crap at the dollar store that has a list of ingredients that's longer than the Constitution on the back of it, and you can't pronounce a word because they ain't normal words like eggs, sugar, cheese, butter, whatever. It's all those Latinate stuff, which is basically words for poison, not food, poison, really poison, not food. He started eating that stuff, messed up his insides. He had to have surgery. They cut him all the way open, from stem to stern. He got real infections. They cut out a bunch of his intestines. He got himself healthy by eating good food again. We are what we eat. And we are what we eat in here, and in here, and here. Eventually affects here, comes out here. Why do you think that stuff comes out when you get under pressure and you say the shit you say and you do the shit you do that you don't really mean to do? It's because you're not dealing with the trash. You have to defrag, and you can't do it. You have to turn it over to him. That's what praying's all about. That's why we pray in tongues. Because we got shit for brains, and we can't handle all the stuff, and we're busted. And there's times when you need to have stuff prayed above your pay grade that you don't really need to know. Now, yeah, I'll tell you this about tongues. You often know what you're praying about. You can feel it. You can taste it. Enough said. Be careful about what you eat. Be careful about people deceiving you and telling you little bits of the truth. Watch it. Be careful of quick answers. Just that, but, you know, you watch the people and they'll say something like, well, I don't need the sky god to tell me what to do. They have no idea. They don't even know what they are. They just think they made a cocky big answer and their ego dick feels great. Don't live in the shallow end of a septic tank. Don't get deeper in. Walk out. You can walk out of the crap that's in you. Ask him. He'll heal you. He'll clean you. He's your shepherd. He's your bishop. He's your overseer. He's the author and finisher of your soul. You ain't a fucking shepherd. Ain't nobody shepherd. They all think they're shepherds. Nah, we're just all sheep. Just follow. He loves you. You rock. See you on the flip side.